Arafura.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. My question is to the Minister for Health. Minister, the previous government's 2024 budget committed $20 million for a new primary health centre and morgue in my electorate of Gunbalanya, in my electorate. With the design already completed and construction tender scheduled to release in the first quarter of this year. Yesterday, you said that the project is well progressed. Unfortunately, this is not what people are on the ground telling me. Could you please update the Chamber on the current status of this important project? Explain the reasons for any delays and confirm whether your government will honour the original timeline and full funding commitment.
Sure, it's someone else's fault.
Minister for Health.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. This question might be best answered by the Treasurer, the Minister for Infrastructure.
Minister for Infrastructure and Logistics.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, and I thank the Minister for Health for passing it over, and I might be able to clear up something. Now, if memory serves me correctly, I don't particularly remember the Gunbalanya Health Clinic being in schedule for the first quarter for being commenced, because I looked at the infrastructure papers, and as I've said in this House previously, a $5.2 billion program with $313 million allocated to deliver it. So how Labor could have delivered on that program amongst all the others would be very, very difficult, Madam Speaker. So I know that the Gunbalanya clinic, or the health clinic, was money that was being revoted and been revoted and had been revoted. And I don't have the papers here in front of me, Madam Speaker, but I certainly know that it had been revoted into the outer years because Labor didn't provide the actual funding to deliver on many of those programs. We know that the $313 million that Labor had actually allocated in this budget only covered three probably of their large infrastructure projects that were already underway, Madam Speaker. Those being the housing program, the gallery that we probably don't particularly need next door, and of course the Mandora new jetty across the harbour. So that's the total scope of the money that Labor had actually allocated in their infrastructure budget for year 25-26. So to be able to deliver on everything that Labor put up is going to require lots of careful consideration and possibly, again, lots of borrowing, because what Labor didn't do, they didn't budget for it, they didn't put it on scope, and they were trying to hide the fact that they were going to breach the debt ceiling by not funding projects ongoing. That's why there's only $313 million, Madam Speaker, put into the infrastructure budget for this year, when they needed at least $1.2 billion to deliver on their commitment, and we're talking about a $5 billion project. So I can't specifically speak to the Gunbalanya Clinic, Madam Speaker. I know that it is on program, but I don't remember it being scheduled to start this year, considering that the budget wasn't there to do it, and my understanding is that it had been rolled over into future years under Labor's own infrastructure program. And Madam Speaker, I request that all future questions be put on the notice paper.
The Clerk.